Okay, hello YouTube. This is the Canadian Greek coming at you with ISON update number 3. And things just took a turn for the surreal. Um, Comet ISON just keeps getting more and more bizarre as time goes on. It was bizarre from its very inception, from the very first images that I saw of it. From at 5.22 AU, where it had a 50,000 kilometer coma, which is completely, as far as I'm concerned, unnatural. And the hits just keep on coming. Let's look at what I found, and so you can understand. Okay, this is Comet ISON observations by an amateur observer. This is Bruce Gary's website. Okay. Number one, if you remember from my previous video, I said that Comet ISON should have a different incline, okay, for its increase in brightness. This is what I showed you in my previous video, and now it's confirmed here. But obviously, Comet ISON is not brightening as expected, okay, and this is a projection of what Comet ISON will do compared to what it's been doing thus far. And it's certainly not it's not increasing in brightness the way it should be. The closer it gets to the sun, it should be increasing a lot more than it has been. Typical increase of activity versus proximity to sun. This is typical, okay, and this is what ISON has done thus far. It started off brighter than it should have been. And it's just, I don't know, and there's nothing typical about this comet. Okay, moving right along. Well, I should start from down here. You guys remember these images? This image I showed you in my previous updates. This apparently, okay, I'll just read what it says here. Scarmato enhancement using false colors of September 24th. Stacked image by Brosio and Scarmato, made with a 10-inch telescope, showing a jet on the sunward side. A jet. They're saying that this is not a fragment or a moon or anything like that. They're saying that Comet ISON is expelling or spewing out a jet, which is impossible as far as I'm concerned, because it would change all the properties of this comet. Okay, and I'll tell you why. If this is a jet, if this is an expulsion of gases, and at this point water or H2O as well, because it's past the frost line. If this is an expulsion of gases, and this image was taken on the 24th. Okay, this image was taken on the 25th, and the expulsion of gases is there. If it is a jet, okay. Plus it says trail and peculiar structures, or tail and peculiar structures, okay, in the tail. This here again is the jet and the peculiar structures in the tail, and the jet that's in front of the coma. And again here on the 29th. So the 29th, 25th, and 24th, that's 5 days, and this jet is there. Why is that not possible? Because that means that ISON isn't tumbling in space, you know, like rocks do, like any other comet. They tumble, they rotate, they do things. In order, you know, as they fly through space. As if they don't fly, as they tumble through space. Okay. In order for ISON to have a jet consistently in front, and it gets worse, by the way, it gets much better. To have a jet consistently in front of ISON, that means that ISON isn't tumbling through space. That means ISON is actually flying through space. Okay? Because to have a jet consistently in front of ISON, that means that there's only one side of ISON consistently facing the sun. Consistently. Which means ISON is flying through space. It's not tumbling through space the way a comet should be. Right? That is just bizarre. and it just gets more bizarre as the more I look at this comet, the more I research it, the more bizarre it gets. Okay, and it gets better. By the way, hang on to your seats, because for comparison, here are two Hubble Space Telescope images that have also been enhanced by Scarmato. The original unenhanced images were taken they both show a bright region, jet-shaped, extended to the lower left. These enhanced images are copyrighted to the lower left. Okay, there's the jet again, and here again on May 8th. Okay, so how can it possibly have a jet in front of it for months? Okay, how is that possible? Is this thing not tumbling through space? Is it not rotating, doing, a typical comet tumbles through space? This thing is not tumbling, apparently. It's flying. Number one. Number two, if it has a consistent jet, by the way, for it to have, because remember, the comet nucleus is somewhere in here. So for it to have a jet being expelled with such force that it's pushing, that it's out in front of comet ISON consistently, shouldn't that be slowing the comet down? Okay, to have a jet being consistently pushed out front. And these images are suspect, by the way. I mean, if that's ISON here, what's beyond? That's got to be its coma. But there's apparently objects in the coma as well, in the tail, right? This story just keeps getting stranger and stranger, guys. I don't know what to tell you. I theorized that image in front, by the way, and in this image, by the way, these are not the only images. Remember Ronaldo Lagustri? So these are confirmed that there's something in front of ISON. Now, Scarmato says that this is a jet. This is a jet. I happen to disagree right now. I have to disagree with that assessment. It can't be a jet. It has to be other objects that are being pulled along with ISON. Now, either they're moons or trash objects that were... Remember at the beginning of ISON, if you look at my very first ISON video, I said there are possibly 7 other objects are coming in with it. Here's another image from Ronaldo Lagustri. All of them showing the same thing, right? You guys remember my previous videos, right? So, here we go. But, now, I don't know what to tell you, except that this story just keeps getting stranger and stranger as we go along. Now they're saying that this is a jet, and that there's peculiar structures in the inner tail of ISON. I still maintain that this can't be a jet, guys. It's either brought trash in along with it. Who knows what it picked up when it passed through the asteroid belt. I still believe Comet ISON to be a lot larger than what they're telling us anyway. And now they're saying that this is a jet. How can that be a jet? I mean, that's just not possible, because that would mean that ISON is flying through space, not tumbling through space. It is actually flying. It's steady. There's only one side of ISON consistently facing the sun, which means it's flying. Okay, it's not tumbling through space. It's flying through space. And apparently it's been doing that since April and May. Okay, and that just is not possible. That just doesn't happen. All laws of physics tell me that shouldn't be happening. Shouldn't be. Something's wrong. Something is very wrong with this comet. Okay. There's something else I want you guys to see. Now I got an email the other day because of my work on YouTube and stuff. I was invited to join a research team, which I did, and I got an email that I want to show you guys. Now, of course, I'm not going to show you the actual email. First of all, to respect the privacy and anonymity of the sender and myself, but I will show you its content. Okay, I'm just going to go through this very quickly because I'm running out of time. Based upon what I'm hearing and seeing and gathering in my intelligence gathering efforts, we appear to be under a real threat from space debris coming in ahead of ISON and possibly behind it as well, after its close approach to Earth December 26th. Even if ISON is not behind the space rock threat, we really appear to be under a threat from space anyway, due to the inbound Planet X performing a Earth-Sun Black Star backside alignment event on October 10th to the 12th, 2013, when an uptick in Earth changes occurs. Panama is under a bank holiday until October 1st, unless they extend it, question mark. FEMA Region 3 preps underway, with almost all of those preps terminating October 1st. Superfluous amount of fireball events over U.S. since last weekend. Clyde Lewis spending 2 entire nights on September 23rd and 24th covering the fireballs being seen, plus a comet-based pandemic that could ensue. Alex Jones allowing Planet X to be discussed on his show. He never allows that. Australian astrobiology site reporting asteroid Eros 433 traveling alongside with Comet ISON. You guys saw that in my previous videos. Remote viewer taking the Comet ISON threat as extremely serious business. On 9/18, J.R. Moore reports from Steve Quayle's alert section that Peru is preparing for a major tsunami event. Very interesting. On September 4th, Alexander Bachman reports that Mexican government has secret knowledge that the Popo volcano is about to have a massive eruption in October. Air Force shuts down the Space Fence, ground-based radar tracking network, September 1st, which has always tracked such threats as space rocks. Reported August the 5th that the sun's magnetic field ready to flip. We've known that for some time now. Unusual lights, military preps, etc. in Puerto Rico could be tied into FEMA Region 3 preps, and hundreds of islanders having dreams of fireballs hitting the sea. New island forms in the Arabian Sea. This is after the Pakistani quake, indicating something external to Earth really heating up the core, the Earth's core. Comet ISON 3 days away from its closest approach to Mars, which could create an unprecedented fireworks show for planet Earth, akin to what the ancients spoke of, the red hand of death, or thunderbolts from the gods. Okay, will the U.S. government shut down Will the U.S. government shutdown that's trying to be averted really be kept going due to celestial-based events coming our way? Alexander Bachman releases a major Earth changes alert report today due to the intensity and symbology embedded being manifested by said Earth changes. Clyde Lewis also reported this week that another nationwide emergency alert system test slated for around the time of Comet ISON's passage in November. Okay, now that's when it goes around perihelion, by the way. International base power grid down drill slated for mid-November, right after ISON's perihelion to our sun. Okay, as I seem to be running out of time, these are very, very strange events. This is very weird. This is downright, I don't know. That's just not, that shouldn't be happening. Anyways, this is the Canadian Greek. I'll catch up with you guys later. I'm out.